You're looking at the exclusive agent for the whole thing.
Why don't you just bid on the contract yourself?
I'm on a watch list.
Like a terrorist watch list?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Wait, what?
What's the trick for getting the audience to watch these guys go down that bad road and still like them?
Well, I mean, I think that's a lot with the actors. You know, I think a good actor, Jonah, Miles. I mean, Miles is a guy you never really don't like. Miles, you know, we're watching the movie through Miles's eyes, and you understand why he's making the sacrifices and decisions that he's making. Jonah's character is a little more difficult to love at the end, but I think what Jonah does so brilliantly is he colors it in such a way, he makes him such an evocative and colorful character that you just kind of can't help but love him.
Is there a moral? Is there something people should take away from the way these guys approached it?
Well, the moral really, I think, is it's a little bit more of, to me, these guys are great. Even at the end, I still love the guys. To me, it's more of an indictment on the government and the procurement process that happens at the Pentagon and how there's really not a system of checks and balances in place, or there wasn't, that allowed for something like this to happen, allowed for two kids with a little ragtag office in Miami suddenly, you know, bidding against giant defense corporations for, you know, a huge contract.
We're talking exclusive access to a stockpile of Soviet bloc non-standard weapons and ammo. That's gonna win this deal for us.
He's on a terrorist watch list.
Whatever, people end up on that list for bringing scissors onto an airplane.
So what do you guys take away from this one? What's the caution that maybe we as a culture should learn, that these guys should have learned, that somebody going forward should learn?
Know your rights, know the law. For David, who's really kind of, you know, trusting, he was seduced by this character of Ephraim, and so things kept going further and further, and then by the time he wanted to get out, like, well, it's too bad, man, you've already done this, and that, so.
You know, think about your choices. These guys, you know, this movie is like really a movie about people making terrible decisions, and the comedy and drama that comes from that. But, you know, just be like thoughtful about your choices.
These guys, they're obsessed with Scarface. Now they have a movie made about them. So what happens 20 years from now, 30 years from now? Is there guys out there who do something based upon the movie you two have made?
Hopefully,
stupid.
Yeah, the government will probably, you know, and they have, you know, closed a lot of those loopholes that these guys exploit. Drugs and, you know, that's always going to be around. You can always, like, go to that, but I don't know. I think there's absolutely going to be guys that look at this being like, yeah, Ephraim was the man, you know?
I got asked this kind of stuff a lot, like with Wolf of Wall Street and stuff like that. And I remember when I was young, one of my all-time favorite movies still is Kids, and I wanted to be a skater and move to New York, but I completely ignored the whole AIDS plot and the whole part of that movie. So I think when you're younger, you kind of selectively watch movies to pick about things, but once you get older, you realize, oh, it ends terribly for these people, and it's really a cautionary tale.